call to order, and Rob, would you take roll call, please?
Paul Lambert,
Here.
Edwin Bones,
Here.
Mike Foot,
Here.
Bob Hamel,
Here.
and Bill Contardo,
Yep.
with Dean Trefethan, Planning Director, and Brandy Laughlin, Assistant Planner, in attendance.
Okay, in absence is Edward Oil and
And Jay Tivnan.
Jay Tiffin, okay. And the recording says
Robert Mora.
Robert Law. And everybody have a chance to read the minutes from before? I didn't have a chance, but does anybody else has, and they want to?
Good minutes. Make a motion to accept them.
Okay, so done,
I'll second that.
okay. And as we move on from the minutes acceptance, we have the next phase of what we're doing this evening is public input. So we'll wait about a minute and see if there's any public input. Not being any, we'll now move on to, we'll close the public input, and we'll go over to the reviewing of the scoring process. So we have in our hands, do you have anything more than what you gave out before, or I thought you were passing out something tonight? Nothing, okay, good. And in your possession, you should have scoring criteria, which would be the sheet here. And most everybody understands this, so if you have a question, Edwin, please speak up. Yeah. And every item has to be rated by you or anybody else, and rated by a number of some sort. You could put a 0 in, and you could put all the way up to 25, but you can't put N/A. In other words, not applicable, or just leave it blank. You have to give it a value of some sort. And all those values will be correlated, accumulated, and then we'll go on to the overall project title sheet, which is listed here. And that will then determine the rating that we put amongst the committee.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll have a meeting. After that, in that meeting, we'll discuss the ratings. Sometimes what we do at that point in time is we feel as though something was understated or overrated, and we will move it around or change the priority or sequence, and we can do it at that meeting, and we'll do it at that meeting, and then we'll move that forward to the planning board, and it goes forward to the city council. Any questions on the rating and what you should be writing in? On the sheet here, by the way, I'm gonna ask you to remind you about that. One year, we had we changed what we were doing, and we wanted everybody to have their autonomy on the board or the committee. So you couldn't correlate someone's rating to their rating sheet. So last year, we put in how do we do that, Brandy? We put a rating, put a number in there. So we put numbers for everybody, and then they submitted that to the planning department. And then when you correlated, you were correlating number 007 or whatever.
Yeah, so we won't put anyone's name on the tallied score sheet. We do need to know who's submitted to us and who hasn't. But when you get the finalized ranking back, it'll just say Alpha, Beta, Charlie, that goes.
Okay. So do we know who is what anymore? Do we know do we have an assignment for the?
Well, you really don't need to. This
Yeah.
copy here is not gonna be seen by anybody.
have it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Our copy will only be seen by the secretary or whoever puts it together. No one's ever gonna see this copy, so you
So
don't need
that's
a
what
number on
they're
it.
gonna take information from this copy.
No. I wrote my initials on it, so she would know that I submitted my form to her.
Right.
And no one's gonna see that form
No,
after you.
it'll all be
Right.
put into.
Okay, well, a few years ago, that was published, and we had a turmoil about that, so that's why we're
Yeah,
we're
whatever.
doing what we do. And those names are all published with their ratings and rankings, and I think it
Yeah.
I mean, if
set
you're
few
not
people.
comfortable putting your name on it, that's fine. You can just bring it to us in person, so we know that you
The
actually.
All right.
person who sits to the left of the person at the head of the table.
That being said, you do have the option to fill them out electronically as well. We sent those spreadsheets, and we can send them
Okay.
again if you want that.
Okay, anybody have any questions about who presented what? We asked, last time we asked I mentioned to the fire and the police department about FEMA, because I was given information about certain departments in the area had received funding from FEMA. And I guess that was sort of checked out, and no one can find out who got funding for FEMA and what that was all about. So at the advent of that, we got a quote, I guess, on leasing. And in there are numbers for leasing for all the equipment. And that was also supplemented with life expectancy of the product. And it could last 10 to 20 years, but, you know, if you view it as lasting 10 years, I guess that would be sort of a payback period for that, at least. Now, we have is requested 800,000 and change, I believe, and we have 200,000 put aside for that over the last couple of years. So whether or not that 200,000 segues into a lease, and that's the first payments of a lease, or the overall lease is decreased by $200,000. So that would be up to the city council, but we can view it that way as a lease if we want, and put your thought process or your evaluations based on a lease. Okay. And there was somebody else that was bringing in something else that we talked about, some change or something like that, if I remember correctly. There was 2 departments, and I wasn't sure what the second one was.
I think it was just this one. We can go back and review the minutes,
Yeah.
but,
Okay, if there's anything else, you want to get that out to us
Yeah, absolutely.
sooner than later, okay? Any questions at all? These are due next week,
correct, Wednesday.
Wednesday, and again, you can bring them down to the office, or you can do electronically. You choose. And most everybody, this is their 4th or 5th or 10th rodeo in this committee. Any other questions from anybody? Okay. Well, that being said, I guess we could have, let's see, did we cover everything on the agenda for tonight? I think we did.
When's our next meeting?
Wednesday, the 8th
Wednesday.
November. Because Tuesday's election day.
And
And that should be the final meeting of
and
the
these are due to you,
1st.
it's gonna be quick for you, right? It's still 6:30 on Wednesday, right, not 7?
Yeah, we just had to bump that last one up because of some other conflicts.
Now, how far in advance will we get the overall scoring to us prior to the meeting? Do you know offhand?
I think it depends on how many physical score sheets we get, because it'll be easy to combine any digital ones we get, but when we get the physical ones, we're gonna have to type them all in and make sure they're accurate.
Then you put them to digital, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, will we have it enough time before the next meeting so we can
yeah.
quickly review it, and that way there we can,
Yeah, I think we can aim to have it to you by Friday or Monday at the latest.
okay, wonderful, okay. Any questions at all? All right. Well, that all being said, and any, no question on the scoring, how we're gonna score, anything like that, okay. All right, good. Well, the next meeting we just talked about, we know what that is. And so I guess we need a motion to adjourn. So we have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Have a second on that? Second? We have a
Second.
A second, okay. Thank you very much. And I didn't have a chance to drink all my water.